Welcome back, everyone. So in this video, I'm going to do a review on my adjustable dumbbells. I have two sets, but we're going to talk about this set in this video. So this is the adjustable dumbbell set made by Snode Sport. Right, it's adjustable from 10 to 80 pounds in 10-pound increments. What I also have, right, are these magnet weights that you have as an add-on option. Each of these weights is 1.25 pounds. So if you use them as pairs, that gives you an extra 2.5 or 5-pound increments. So that means you could have 12.5, 15, but you can't have something like 17.5. So basically you can go anywhere from 10 to 85 pounds. Now, one of the big reasons I got the set of Snode dumbbells is because they're warranted against dropping. So when I originally bought them, I thought if I dropped the weights, it'd be nice to have something that was designed to be able to take that. I had these Bowflex ones in the past, and if they were dropped, it wasn't good. Now, in retrospect, I realized that I don't actually ever drop my weights, right? If you're working out with weights you can actually control, you shouldn't really be throwing them down or dropping them. So that little design feature didn't end up being as important to me as I thought it would be. So I have this mallet here stuck in this Snode stand, and you might be wondering why. So I'll talk about some of the pros, but really the mallet has to do with one of the big cons of this set. And for that, let's get a little bit closer. So here's a closer look at the dumbbells. One nice thing is they have iron plates, so it gives you much more of a traditional dumbbell feel. The knurling and feel of the handle is pretty good compared to this kind of angled, bulgy shape of the Bowflex. You can see there's a dial right here that tells you what the weight's at, and you simply just twist this knob, which is a very quick way to adjust your weight in those 10-pound increments. Here are the magnet weights I mentioned. And once again, here's this mallet. So the reason I have this mallet is because the way these dumbbells are designed is that they come up, and you'll notice these little grooves that they have to set in when they set back down. So when you're working with lighter weights, right, it's not really a big deal. But once you're getting up to the 60, 70-pound weight range, these exterior plates, sometimes, they flex, they shift a little bit. And if you put the weight down not perfectly, what happens more often than it should is that one side will set in and the other side won't set in well. And at that point, the weight gets kind of stuck. And you can't really lift it because it's stuck, and it's going to try to pull both those side plates up. So what I have this mallet here for is when that happens, I use this mallet to really bang on the plates on the edge that aren't connected correctly while I lift on the dumbbell to get them separated, to slide them back more evenly. Now, one thing you can do to try to avoid that, which I do, is I lean against the side plates here when I'm putting the dumbbell back, when I'm using heavy, anything really above 60 pounds, to keep these edge plates vertical so it slides in correctly. So that's one of the cons of the Snode dumbbells. Another thing is I got these little add-on weights to give me those increments, and in theory they're nice, but in practice there are some problems sometimes. Right? When you put the weights down, if you put them down a bit roughly, sometimes they'll pop off or they'll slide. Additionally, they don't work that well when you're on a lower weight increment. So let's say we're on 30 pounds here. Well, actually, let's say we're on 60 pounds. If you're at 60 pounds, you have 6 plates of width, so it's nice and easy for you to put them on the side. And this allows you to place the dumbbell onto your thighs, right, when you're sitting, because you have this nice flat side. Right? If you are really below 50, maybe you could do that 40 pounds, right? 40 pounds, you can still kind of put them on the side here. But if you're below that, then it's kind of really hard to fit the weights on the side here. And you start putting them on the side here. And when that happens, you can't rest the dumbbells on your thighs. So that becomes a little bit awkward. So that's one of the drawbacks of these magnet weights. Sorry, one quick little add-on, I forgot to mention this when I was doing my review, is that if you have the weights on the sides here, like I mentioned, which is going to be the case if you're working on really anything below 40 pounds, right? It's hard to place these magnets on the sides here, so you put them on this side. One of the downsides of having a dumbbell like set up like this is that you can no longer place them back on the rack. So in that case, you're really going to have to just work them off the floor, which is not a big deal, especially since these will be lighter weights, but it's just a little inconvenient not to be able to re-rack them and unrack them from the height of the rack. So that's just a little quick addendum I forgot to mention, and back to the video. So overall, they're a great dumbbell set, right? The metal plates feel good, the knurling and the handles feel good. The only downsides are the 10-pound adjustment increments, and the magnet weights help a little bit, but they're not that convenient. And there's some drawbacks of placement like I mentioned earlier, and really the setting them back in, which is why I have that mallet here. So that's my review on the Snode Adjustable Dumbbells. And personally, I really like adjustable dumbbells. They save a lot of space. It gives me a wide range of weights to use in exercises. And overall, they're pretty good, right? The biggest drawback is that setting issue, which is why I have the mallet here. The magnets, they're okay. But overall, they're pretty good. But if Snode could create a set, or someone could create a set with similar metal plates and similar knurling, with a bit better adjustment, you know, give me 5, maybe even 2.5 increments, that'd be amazing. But just 5-pound increments, that'd be awesome. Maybe next time I'll do a review on the Bowflex Select dumbbells, but for now, this was just my review on the Snodes. So if you're interested in getting some dumbbells, you could check them out. Obviously, it's not sponsored or anything. It's just a set I have. I just wanted to explain the pros and cons because a set of adjustable dumbbells isn't cheap, and the more knowledge you guys have, the better. If this is helpful or useful, if you know anyone who's potentially looking for a set of dumbbells or looking at these dumbbells, then please like, subscribe, or share it with them. That'd be really helpful. And thanks for watching. Have a great day, everyone.